This year has been one for the books, and we cannot thank you enough for being a part of this journey. We ended last year with around 200 of you here, and in the last 12 months, we have grown that to almost 1,000 people in our community here on YouTube. That is mind-blowing. Your support means the world, and we love having a place to share our adventures.
And we love learning about all the new places that we get from suggestions from this community.
We think it's important to stop and reflect on all that you have accomplished in the last 12 months, and I think that the new year is just such a perfect time to do that. Whether 2023 was a great year for you or one of your worst, I hope that this can inspire you to take a moment and just reflect on the things that you did gain from this year, even if just the little things.
In this video, we're gonna break down this year, we're gonna recap some of the highs and the lows and how we're feeling as the year comes to a close.
And of course, like last year, we're gonna shout out some of our biggest supporters of 2023, so stick around to the end for that. How did we feel going into this year?
I felt incredibly nervous going into this year because we had some things that we really wanted to do. We wanted to do international traveling, we wanted to shoot more series, we wanted to get out of our living situation and into a new one. We had a lot that we wanted to get done, and I just didn't know how we were going to do it all. So I was feeling nervous, but I was also excited because I felt like we did some great work in 2022 that gave us the tools, like we can do this.
Yeah.
It's just how are we going to do it?
Yeah. I was excited, but I also felt like maybe we were a little bit too ambitious with our goals list.
Yeah. January 1st, 2024, 1,000 subscribers.
We are currently at 325 subs, so that's like a big push.
Yeah.
But I was pleasantly surprised with the result.
Yeah, I have to agree. Like, I think we nailed it. Although I do remember, like, at the end of last year, we talked about doing international travel, and like we went to go see your parents, which was great, but we didn't get in like a cheeky Mexico trip at the end.
Yeah.
So we didn't hit every single goal that we wanted to hit, but we got pretty close.
Yeah.
And considering that we like threw it all out there, to get pretty close is great. You know, we landed on a cloud.
Yeah.
And we shot for the moon.
Did the year go as we expected? No, not at all.
No, it didn't.
No. It went better than expected. Yeah. From us moving into the apartment that we're in now, that was just like the icing on the cake. The growth of our YouTube channel, our community, our channel's almost monetized. Like, so many things happened that I did not expect to happen. Obviously, you hope for these great things to happen, but it just felt like the year kept getting better. And even up until now, like mid-December, it still feels that way. Like we're ending it, and it's just like, I just feel like 2023 has been the year that has just been giving and giving. It kind of makes me a little nervous for 2024 because it's like, how can it keep getting better? But it's been a great year for DJ.
Yes. I thought this would be fun because we do sprinkle in some food stuff on this channel when we can't go camping all the time. So, what was your favorite meal of the year?
What was yours?
Well, because I knew I was going to ask.
I know.
Right?
I'm like, you already thought about that.
So my favorite meal of the year was when we went to Boston. I believe it was in Boston. There was a breakfast place that did breakfast sandwiches. And
Mike and Patty's.
Mike and Patty's. And it's wild. We've eaten so much like different tasty food this year. But that bacon sandwich, bro, there's just a way that there was actually tasty cheese, thick butter, well-toasted bread, salty American bacon.
Mike and Patty's, we love you. My favorite meal, I'm having a hard time remembering everything we ate.
New York was...
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
How could I forget? The tacos that we had in New York changed my actual life. I am a changed woman after having Birrialandia. So if you like birria tacos, get to Birrialandia. They have so many locations all over New York. They've changed my life.
What does it say about us that your favorite food of the year was a taco and mine was a bacon sandwich? What was the worst meal that you had all year? And
what was yours?
It was the clam chowder that we had in Melbourne.
It
smells good.
Really?
Yeah, it smells good.
Oh God.
It tasted, I remember saying, just to like remind anyone that didn't watch that episode, It tasted like wet fish soup from a community church.
That was so
That's
bad.
pretty much what I said when we ate it.
In the video, you were like, it doesn't taste that bad.
I was trying to be, positive, but when you rank it against all the things that we ate all year long.
Getting a donut was bad, but the clam chowder was worse.
So it's between the spaghetti donut.
No, it was the clam chowder. The clam chowder takes the medal. It takes the gold. It takes #1 spot.
And do you remember the spaghetti donut had Melbourne on it? Like we dropped it.
Yeah, we dropped
and
it.
ate it. And it was still better
Than
than
the
clam chowder.
Favorite campsite?
My favorite campsite was on the Murray River road trip, but there was a point on the Murray River that we parked just underneath a bridge where all the cockatoos were. I loved that spot so much because there was a really easy access to get into the river. It was a super swimmable part of the river. And if we wanted to stay there longer, there was a town right across the road. So it felt like we were ages away, but it was sort of in town. I loved that place so much.
Yeah, and it's surprising that was one of your favorites because it was right next to the road. So there was a bit of noise, but like everything else about it made it worth it. Like even the cockatoos shitting on the van. I was like, I don't care. It's amazing here. I still think it's the cockatoos.
Yeah, it was just such a breathtaking campsite. Which is wild because we went to our favorite campsite this year, Lake Lonsdale.
Yeah.
So that is in the mix, but we're still picking like a different campsite.
Yeah.
Second honorable mention, Flowers Bag. Can never forget Flowers Bag.
Yeah.
Flowers Bag's amazing.
Never forget.
What is your favorite moment of the year on the channel?
One of my favorite moments of this year was when we were at the airport and we're actually like, we got there. Like after all this build up, like so much happened. Like obviously when we booked the tickets, it still didn't feel real until we were like about to board. And I'm like, we're actually leaving Australia for the first time in 4 years. That was such an awesome moment. Like I can't like put the emotion into words. I genuinely can't.
It's funny that that's your one because my one that I was thinking about is right on the other end of that, and it was when we surprised your dad.
It's really locked.
And we did. What the fuck? God damn, girl!
Yeah.
Because it had meant to me that we'd actually gotten the tickets, made the flight, did the checkout, snuck into your house without anyone noticing us, and got right up behind your dad.
As he was talking about it.
As he was talking about it. Like, it was like, holy shit, we have pulled so many strings and it worked out.
Yeah.
So much went into that moment. So much went into that moment. Yeah.
That trip represented so much.
A lot of
like so much hard work went into that happening.
Which is probably why we didn't film a ton of it and put it on the channel because it was such a personal trip to go there and do all of that. But it just culminated so nicely. And I'm happy with what we did get to do for you guys and share with you all.
His favorite moment of the year. I know mine.
Well, you go first then and I'll have a think.
Wait, did that happen this year?
No, that happened at the end of last year.
Yes, it's happened twice now. It's like every year it happens. Every year.
Yeah.
We got another creepy crawly intruder in our van.
Jesus Christ! Oh, get it out! To buy another one of these immediately. We gotta pack up though. We have to pack up properly.
Throw everything in the van and go.
Just, you don't have to. You can sit out here on the field and I'll pack it. Hey.
Let's just say it put the first incident to shame. It was giant. It was terrifying.
But the experience wasn't as bad as last time.
No.
Yeah.
I think that we are becoming more numb to it, which is really sad to say. But
I haven't had a night terror about it.
Yeah, I don't want to
So
talk about it
far.
anymore. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Right. My least favorite moment of the year that we got on the channel was the drive back from the desert. What's it called?
Oh my!
Mungo National Park.
I have PSTD.
Yeah. PTSD.
I genuinely, getting back in the van after that trip from the desert, like just to go grocery shopping, I felt like post-trauma something.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh my goodness, like just getting on, that was so traumatic. And I think like the roads were so scary to be on. We did not expect that, but it was the animals and worrying about hitting the animals that I was just like, it was just constant white knuckles like the whole time. That was
It's horrible.
wild.
It's horrible. 50 kilometers of
hell.
Yeah.
But we still do want to go back. we want to go back and give ourselves enough time to properly see Mungo National Park.
Yeah.
But we want to do it in another vehicle that we maybe will rent for a weekend or build. Foreshadowing.
The future, maybe. Yeah, we'd love to do that again in a different car, a four-wheel drive, because 50 kilometers of corrugated road at 100 kilometers an hour while animals are jumping in front of the car.
It destroyed our van.
Worst moment of the year.
Yeah.
Easily the worst moment of the year. Yeah.
It did destroy.
It destroyed the van. Yeah.
He had to repair all the kitchen, all the bolts came undone.
Oh,
Our fridge hasn't been the same since it. Like, we need a whole new fridge. We need a whole new van. What was your biggest lesson in 2023?
Slow down. Slow everything down. Like, I feel like, and you guys let me know about this down in the comments because it's directly related to you guys, so thank you. I feel like the production quality has gotten a lot better purely because we're slowing down and setting up the shots better and taking our time, which is interesting because the way that we're filming these series is now, why can I never say that word? The way that we're filming these series now is that we're going from spot to spot, we're doing longer road trips, but when we're actually getting to sit down and film it, I am taking more time to make sure when the camera's on, we're doing things properly.
Yeah.
And to me, that's been the biggest takeaway. And I like to think it's translating because when I watch the episodes, I find them more enjoyable than last year's episodes.
Yeah, so slowing down.
Slowing down a bit.
I think I think my biggest lesson this year is just to let go. Like, sometimes I feel like I hold on to trying to control things, and when I can't, I get so stressed, but also just allowing myself to just step into trying things out more and not just being so focused on it having to go a certain way, look a certain way, be a certain way, and allowing things to unfold in whatever way that they were meant to, and just trying to take the lesson into everything. So for me, to wrap that up, what did I say? It's to just let go. To just let go and just like let things unfold. What are you most proud of yourself for this year?
This year I would be most proud of myself for just keeping up with the grind. We've done a lot this year on the channel, off the channel, getting everything to where it is set up, and it's been done purely because we've come up with such an awesome routine, but it takes a lot of just grinding out that routine constantly and repetitively. You know, you've been there the whole year. I'm very proud that we've managed to keep up that grind and actually get to this stage right here at the end of
I think just like really pushing through with my injury, physical issues, because I feel like it can mentally impact me, like not being able to do things that I wanted to do, but I feel like I've really spent a lot of this year trying to take back control of what I can do instead of focusing on what I can't do in terms of, you know, my physical limitations with my hip injury issues that I've been dealing with. So I'm really just proud of myself for just pushing and fighting to find a sense of control when it comes to that, and not letting it hold me back from, you know, experiencing life and going out on our road trips and like doing hikes and like challenging myself physically. Yeah, I'm proud of myself.
I'm proud of you for that too. There was a moment where we're on the Murray River camping series and you guys can see me going out and working out in front of the van every single day, but we have one camera, and something that the camera didn't capture is that Jamie was inside the van in the mornings doing the stretches, doing everything that it takes to help manage this injury that she has, and then being able to go out all day and film as well. So to get up and do that every single day, again, the grind.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for that too.
Thanks. Are you most proud of your partner for it?
And that's what I'm most proud of you for this year. Being able to put
What
up.
else?
What else? Every single week that an episode comes out, your editing gets more and more enjoyable to me. And I am so proud of you for how well you have gone from learning. We were using free editing software, now you're using Adobe Premiere.
Yeah.
And you've gotten so good at it. Your comedic timing with the cuts and the texts that you put in, just the timing that you get to make videos fun and enjoyable has gotten so good.
Thanks.
So good. You are like quality editor now. Proper
I don't know
quality.
about all that, but
Quality.
I'm gonna take a compliment, okay? I am really proud of just the whole you slowing down. I've seen I already had a lot of the skills. I've been creating content on social media for a very long time. I've created videos, I've done editing before, I've talked to the camera on Instagram stories, like I've done live presentations, I've done a lot of these things that come into doing YouTube, which is why I love it so much. But Doug didn't do all those things, and so there is a difference in like our skill levels, but even just the passion I have for photography, and we just see things differently, and I just
the photography is a big one.
yeah. But I've seen such a big difference in just your camera presence and just you being able to have more of an eye to see the shot, and I've definitely just seen you just take yourself seriously as a creator this year, and that's been really cool to see. And like even just on your personal channel as well, like I've just seen you move to a different level and really like take yourself seriously. Like obviously we were seriously doing this, but I don't know, it's just gone to another level, and I think that you've really like honed into
something, get better at it. So thank you. I appreciate it. Such a nice moment. Oh no, not on camera. Stop it.
Loving partners.
Alright, that's enough then. Moving on swiftly, what was the best place that we visited in 2023?
Doesn't have to be a campsite, obviously, we already did that.
Doesn't have to be a campsite. On the channel, where was the best place? Obviously the sports bar when the UFC was on.
Oh yeah, where I fell asleep. Like we went to it, but it wasn't like vlogged.
All jokes aside, the coolest spot that I think that we went in 2023 was Lake Tyrrell. That felt like an alien planet, and I'm never gonna forget just standing in the middle of the salt lake being like, whoa, the sky is the floor. The floor is the sky.
That was an awesome spot. I really loved in Beechworth, the waterfall the swimming pool.
Oh my god, yeah.
Woolshed Falls.
Yeah, Woolshed Falls, it just drops off and you're allowed to swim in it.
Yeah. Because those aren't campsites.
They're not campsites, no, they're just cool spots that insane.
Worst place we visited?
The Greyhound bus stop in New York.
Oh my god, that was
place
so
is
bad.
a shithole. I love New York. That bus stop is trash.
So yeah, I can't remember if it was this year or right at the end of last year, but we stayed in a glamping tent.
Yeah.
And the glamping tent was a beautiful spot. The weather was horrible. It was so hot. We were like overheating, no fans. We melted. Another moment was when I got leeches.
Oh my god, you got leeches this year.
Oh my god.
Might have seen a leech. Hey.
Okay, alright.
Stop, please stop moving. There's one on the back of your shoe. Stop moving, it's on the back of your shoe. It's tiny.
I didn't get that.
That's true.
That was a bad moment.
That was a bad moment, yeah.
I mean, but it's so funny because we've seen other people share videos like when they have leeches and they're just like, oh, look at this guy, and they're holding them. And I'm just like, it's just not me. It's never going to be me. I'm never going to be the girl that just sees a leech on me and is like, oh, look at this little buddy. Yeah. Oh, look at this little guy. Oh, gotta put him back. Like, never going to be me.
We're just not those creators.
Yeah.
You know, you see those creators and they're like in an ocean full of sharks looking up at the drone. Like, good for you, mate. But I'm an Australian. I know what that means. Like, if you want to have giant tarantulas on you and all that, I know, don't even say it, I know. And if you're the type of creator that wants to make that kind of content, good for you. But we're an honest channel and all that stuff can get
If you are a part of our community, you already know that we're just not those people, okay? Yeah. We're just not those people. We're never going to be those people that are just like, we're doing this crazy stuff. So I'm sorry, like maybe we're too boring for some people, but that's fine. For the people that think we're okay to tolerate, thanks for subscribing.
You have been forewarned.
Okay, we're not those people. There are plenty of them out there, so if that's your vibe, you have plenty to choose from and it's not us.
Go watch Youngbloods. He's sick. He does that stuff.
Yeah, Brody and Youngbloods.
You'll have a great time. That's the channel for you.
He's always sticking his hands in holes and he's like, he's so crazy.
He's like, there's a deadly snake. He drives up to it.
This is the most venomous snake in the world. Yeah. He's literally Steve Irwin reincarnated.
Yeah, so go watch Youngbloods. He's great.
These are the people whose names that we see pop up from week to week. And when I say it means a lot to us, I don't think a lot of people get how much it means to feel like you're not creating to an empty audience. There was a time where we would get no comments, no engagement, no views, 2 likes, and sometimes it's just really hard to feel like your content is making a dent in the online world. But this year has not felt like that, and it really is because of all of the people that we're about to shout out. So when we say this, we genuinely mean it. Thank you so much for being here. First is Sapphire Blue Travels. As fellow creators, we appreciate all the support. We know that not everyone gets this whole content creator, YouTuber kind of thing. It is very comforting to know that there are people out there who actually get what it takes behind the camera to make all of this come together. So thank you for being here.
Another one that we wanted to shout out, Alex. One of our mates who supports us in real life, but you're always showing up here on the channel and giving us like awesome feedback, and we're sharing stories that I actually haven't heard you talk about when we're at a pub chatting in person. So the fact that you're like watching these videos, always supporting, and that you're relating them back to genuine stories that are giving us more to talk about when we're hanging out, not in the comments section, is like, it's legendary, mate. So thank you so much for rocking up every single
We
day.
love you. We miss you. And Tiff, while we know that you don't like it when we skip a week of uploading, we appreciate your love and laughter from the other side of the world. And we know while everyone else might not get it, we know that you appreciate the Harry Potter references that we drop in our videos. So thank you. You're amazing.
Tiff, I want to say as well, I love the way that you comment in sections. I feel like we're having a watch party as you're watching the episode. You're like the leader of the watch party that's going on in the comments section. So just keep it up, mate. Just keep it up.
If we ever have a live stream, we hope that Tiff's on it.
That energy. Perfect.
So everyone else, bring some Tiff energy to the comment section. We've recently seen some new names jumping on the screen. We have Deb on the road. Deb, you always leave comments that make me laugh. You're always just bringing the good vibes and laughter, and I really appreciate it and love having you around this space. And hopefully we can meet up on the road one day. And then another one of our newer subs is Kelly Wright. We love having you around and seeing your comments pop up regularly. It's really awesome because you give insight to like the local experience to some of the places that we've visited. So I always appreciate that when someone has grown up somewhere and can just give a little bit of backstory to places that, you know, maybe we've only seen for a weekend. So thank you for your support. We really appreciate that.
And last, but certainly not least, Allegro. Allegro. You have supported us for well over a year now. Your kindness is always amazing. And the stories that you share on the channel are always stress-inducing, make us chuckle, interesting stories from the road. It's always something different, but very appreciated on this end of the channel. So, I don't know, MVP, most valued, MVC, most valued commenter. Sorry, Tiff. But Allegro's gonna take the
You're gonna have to step it up.
That's right. But I think in 2023, Allegro is gonna take the first Doug and Jamie MVC award. So, well done, mate.
There's moments where you come up in conversation, like when we're on the road and like channel your inner Allegro. And pretend we're on those small little planes doing circles in the air. And if you do not get a shout out, then that means that maybe you need to leave more comments.
But we do want to say thank you to every single person that has commented or watched, obviously click subscribe, all those little moments that help build the channel. You know, Jamie was speaking very sincerely from both of us. When you are creating something and you do feel like you're not just creating it to an empty audience, but we're here as a community together. I sort of like to picture it as us around a campfire, sharing these stories of the travels with each other. It means so much. So every single person that has commented, clicked like, subscribed, all that little stuff, you're an integral part of the channel. You really are, and thank you so much from both of us.
Yeah, it's honestly wild that there's almost 1,000 of you here now.
Yeah.
I just can't believe that we've convinced over 800 people to click that subscribe button.
Thank you.
I just feel like thank you's not enough. We really do appreciate it, and I hope that that comes across. I hope they don't just feel like empty words, because genuinely, truly, when we started this channel, like, to think that 800 plus people would be here and that we would have regular comments and feel like we are actually building a community of people that, you know, we would one day hope to like be able to hang out with in person, and like that feels insane. That's what we've wanted, but to be here 2 years in and to feel like we're starting to build that, it's just such a cool feeling to just see something that you've wanted and have worked towards start to come to life. We couldn't do it without you. You guys are the centerpiece of what we are trying to create. So it's just really awesome having you here. And to the people that haven't commented, we get it. We don't really comment on the creators that we watch. We are those people.
Yeah.
We just watch. We're loyal watchers. We will watch your full video, but we might not comment. So we get it that you guys are out there too, and we send out love to you as well.
We still, thank like every single person that clicks on my video, thank you. Like if we get a video that gets, just for example, 100 views, 10 people are going to comment, and that's 90 people that have still watched the whole video. So
well,
the whole video.
We hope you watch the whole video, because that helps support us too.
You know what I'm saying. The ones that are still here right now watching this but have never commented, you know who you are. You're here.
We love you too.
Thank you.
We hope that you have an awesome end of the year and enjoy the holiday season if that's your thing. Stay safe out there. Consider subscribing, and we will see you in the new year with some New Year What's Ahead content. Bye!
Bye!